Between this setup and this one, I should be able to make myself a diving suit and, with a little luck, a mini-submarine. Welcome to the Mischief. I'm Valen, and this is Rustic Waters II. The questing continues, and you probably noticed that a little bit has changed. I got rid of all the conveyor belts and stuff and kind of condensed everything over here for now. I'm not really ready for that next setup step, but I did start making some compacting drawers because it just made sense. But I did notice something when I put iron in here. Instead of like your usual compacting drawer, which makes like ingots, nuggets, or blocks just at the click of a key on your mouse. When I look at some of these ones, they actually combine and condense into more things. I was expecting only 2 items to be used in the redstone or the coal, for example, but it looks like there's like a coal block that is 1 times, which if you look, it's made from a bunch of them. So it's like compressed coal, compressed redstone, compressed clay, and so on. And the only way that I can actually quickly make clay go back and forth with this is actually through this without having to like harvest it or something. So that was really convenient, actually. And I just discovered that if you want to convert this to the standard like nugget, bar, and then block, you can easily just insert 1 nugget and then it'll start with that. That's actually pretty cool. And I'm still smelting up a whole bunch of stuff. I've got lead, tin, and a whole bunch of iron that I'm still working through over here. And I'm still filtering out a little bit of stuff. I've got some crushed nickel. Some of these things I think I'm going to leave as their crushed equivalent. Reason being, things like crushed nickel can be combined with different kinds of copper, either dusts or grit, and it also can be combined with iron and stuff to make Invar and Constantan, and I think these are things that I'm going to be needing, specifically Invar, for today's projects. Looks like, yep, you can also just mix them straight up with the regular crushed iron ore as well. Let's look at Subnautical chapter. This one here, I haven't actually started, but it's got 2 starting points. One of them is to get yourself some basic diving gear, and then there's advanced diving gear later on once you've got Signalum. And the other method is a Seamoth. And I figure, you know what? It'd probably be a lot easier to travel around underwater if I have some diving stuff, so I might as well go that route as well. I'm also waiting on some things to process for that anyway, so I might as well go this route. I need 14 Invar imbued cloth. Oh my gosh. That's probably a lot. Scuba gear allows you to function underwater with higher efficiency. This includes breathing, swimming, and breaking blocks. And I get a hub key fragment, which I already have a whole hub key, but I'm not too eager to expand until I really need the space. We've got Invar blend and bolts of linen cloth. Now I have made the bolts of linen. That's just a whole lot of string and of course a bunch of treated sticks. But the Invar blend, that is exactly what I was just talking about. We've got the crushed nickel and some kind of crushed iron or iron dust or grit. And I think this is already set up to work. I don't think that I really need to do too much short of just have stuff go into it. So I think if I just stand here and if I aim properly, I should be able to just throw this stuff in. And it should just make it and output the results. Barrel and hopper, and that should do it. Now to just get back inside. Hey, it's working. The Invar blend is just coming straight into this barrel for now. While that's working, I need to work on making bolts of linen cloth, which of course, yeah, lots of string and sticks running around this spiderweb tree and getting a bunch of the treated wood I already have. 28 plus 14 should do it because the quest says 2 Invar to 1 bolt of linen cloth, and it says that I need 14. So again, I think I'm just tossing stuff in, letting it mix, pour out, and then I harvest the results. There we go, Invar imbued cloth. Nice. 14 Invar imbued cloth. Quest complete, and I should get another reward. There we go. Hub key fragment get. Next we're on to the diving mask and standard O2 tank. This set of scuba gear will give you a total breathing time of 2.5 minutes before needing to resurface for air. Scuba gear is great for exploring the ocean depths, but combined with your Seamoth submarine, it'll be even more useful. You'll not get the full bonuses of your scuba gear if you only wear a few pieces. You must equip the mask, wetsuit, leggings, and flippers. And I get a 5 coin for that. Alright, well let's see what this stuff is made of. Of course, the Invar imbued cloth. Framed glass and glass bottles, which framed glass is just any kind of glass surrounded by some aluminum nuggets. 1 diving mask. Maximum diving depth of 40 meters. I don't know how true that is, but it still might experience some reduction in its water breathing, or that might have been turned off completely, and that's just part of the tooltips. Either way, I can put it on, but I do lose my my visibility at nighttime, like my night vision. All right, the standard oxygen tank, it's going to be a little bit more complex. I've got leather. Invar plates are simple enough to just take Invar ingot and smash it with my engineer's hammer. The fluid tank itself, though, is going to require a bunch of copper and more framed glass and in the mechanical crafter. So let me get that all set up. 4 framed glass, then a bunch of copper ingots on the sides. Then I press the button, and it gets made. Excellent. 2 fluid tanks, of which I only really need 1 right now. Now to take some of this Invar blend and smelt it up. Smash them into Invar plates real quick, and then put it together. 1 standard O2 tank done. Completed for a 5 coin. Then we go on to the bottom half. Some leggings and fins. Your diving gear can be repaired in an anvil using the bolts of cloth that it was made with. Oh, I wonder if it doesn't get repaired with the auto repair. This set of scuba gear will give you a total breathing time 2 minutes before needing to resurface for air. Scuba gear is great for exploring the ocean depths, but combined with your Seamoth submarine, it will be even more useful, because in your Seamoth submarine, you can replenish your air as well. Let's see what we need to make here. Oh, just a bunch of Invar leggings, that's no problem. And some Invar imbued cloth plus orange dye. Aha! I have found poppies. I have come up to visit a friend or two up here, and potentially use their space to just kind of grow things. I mean, I just wanted to know if there was some beet seeds already up here, which there weren't. No beets were planted at the very least. And I figured while I'm up here, I might as well grab these, because I'm going to need these for orange dye. Yellow and red flowers. Oh, that's going to bite me in the butt later on. But I should be able to just kind of bone meal this stuff. I have a bunch of bones, and I can just do 1 or 2 of these, and wow, yep, I get plenty to work with here. I did get a bunch of things up there. Of course I got like the different colors. I found some cactus, which I grabbed those, plus a little bit of the industrial hemp seeds, which will be good for more immersive engineering stuff later, and some regular wheat seeds. But I also found this, animal pollen, which it says use on animals to create animal seeds. And I'm wondering, if I use this on Deveria? No seeds available for Deveria. Okay, well, that's really interesting. How that is so weird. Okay, I'm going to bring a wooden storage crate with me when I do go out, but I am going to bring that with me just in case I find something that I need. I can duplicate it perhaps and bring it with me then, since I don't have a way of transporting animals just yet. But combining these, I get the orange dye that I need, so I can make these fins and swim much faster. On top of that, we might as well make these wetsuit leggings, and I think we're good to go. I've got a complete set of stuff. Yep, there we go. I love how the cat ears actually stick up through here. I'm just putting my old armor in my repair chest for now so it can all get fixed up, and wow, you can really see how dark it actually is in here, and it looks rather gloomy. Oh man, it was so bright before, but hey, you know what? That's fine, because we're getting some storage upgrades that I can use in here, which I'm going to put in this, because iron seems to be my biggest storage problem for now, but no longer. Now, if I were to continue down here, we would need signalum, which is a little bit more advanced to make, and it does require blaze burners and superheated blaze burners and stuff, and we're not that far yet. And if I look at my armor rating, this is actually a really good set of armor to be wearing. It's better than iron in most cases, and even has some armor toughness on it, so that's great. So let's get into making the Seamoth here. We've got a Seamoth frame we need to make. The Seamoth submarine is a fast transportation vehicle that will enable you to travel long distances underwater. And it requires steel scaffolding, some framed glass, which I've already made a bunch of that, and a gray seat. Ooh. But steel scaffolding, we're going to need that. Which if I go over here, I have plenty of steel. You notice I have 18 blocks of it at this point. Let me take out the slag. That was probably the most important thing, is to keep taking the slag out, or else it just stops processing And yeah, you don't want to waste any fuel in here that you could possibly use. So let me take this. I don't want it to actually go into like super blocks or whatever it was doing earlier. I'm going to put it right above the iron. And there we go. I now have a bunch of steel I can put in. Ta-da! So steel scaffolding is made from steel rods, which are just 2 steel ingots together. Oh, that's simple enough. How many of those do I need? 7. 8 steel rods should do. Take those and make 2 sets of steel scaffolding, and boom, we've got that set. Taking more glass and aluminum nuggets, and I get the framed glass I'm looking for. Make some gray wool, combine it with a slab, and I get a gray seat. Alright, let's make this frame. It should be fairly straightforward. Then we've got the seat here, and then 3 of those. Press the button, and it makes the Seamoth framework. I still really love the animations of this. I don't get tired of watching that. That gets us a 10 coin, which is really nice. Actually, I'm pretty happy about that. Reinforced wood. The Seamoth has a UI that can be accessed from inside the cockpit by pressing E. This will allow you to exchange fuel cells. And it just says I need 1 reinforced wood. Okay, which is just some treated wood planks and more aluminum fasteners. Which, as luck would have it, I already have a bunch made, so that's not a problem. That's 1 set of that. I'm not sure how many I need just yet. But I do get some fruit cream festival bread, so that's always nice. Oh, so when I look at this, in the mechanical crafting, it looks like I'm going to need more than 4. In fact, I'm going to need 2 sets of that in order to make a Seamoth, and 2 of these electric engines. Alright, fair enough. Electric engines, I need 4 for this. Interesting. You're making 4 engines, but will only use 2 for your submarine. The other 2 will be used shortly. Alright. You're impervious to attacks from most sea life while inside your Seamoth, but be particularly careful around naval mines floating around the ocean floor. Yeah, as we found, I saw one, or I didn't see one specifically, but I did hear an explosion nearby, then went and investigated, and one of those mines had dropped a whole bunch of loot. I think there was a chest inside, but yeah, the big bada boom first. Oh, this is going to be a little bit more interesting stuff to craft here. We've got 3 pistons, a couple lead ingots, a flint and steel. That's all bland. We've got redstone wire, which is, okay, copper wire around redstone, or with redstone around it. Then a copper coil block, which is iron and LV copper coil. So a whole bunch of little microcrafting to make these, but it's not too bad. Well, there's the 4 LV wire coils. Taking those with an iron ingot makes the copper coil block. Making a bunch of redstone wire. I think it's 2 per. Yes, it is. 4 flint and steel. That's going to take a little bit of inventory space for the meantime. And pistons. Here's the annoying part, is that the pistons actually use cobblestone. And I'm only harvesting up smooth stone, so I have to go mine this up. 12 pistons. Alright, that took a little bit of time actually to get all that, surprisingly. I mean, everything else was difficult. Oh, I'm going to need a lot more copper coil blocks. I only made 1. Ooh, okay. 3 more copper coil blocks. Alright, so let's see if I can make enough of these. It's always something coming up the works, but I think I've got everything set. The only thing is I can't put flint and steel in here until I have it placed manually. There we go. And I've got a little bit of extra lead that I grabbed out of here. No problem. I have it set and done at this point. Another hub key fragment. I think I'm getting close to like 2 or 3 of those at this point, which is kind of interesting. Alright, so right click to play. Oh, Seamoth. Right click to place your Seamoth in the water. Punching or breaking your Seamoth will return it to your inventory. And here we go. We're going to need to rearrange stuff because you notice that there's 1 extra. Like I've got a 4x4 grid and this is 5 blocks long. So I will need to do a little something here. Let's put my tools away. I'll switch that out and insert this one here. And I think I could probably just add 1 to one of the ends here. I think so. Let's take this button off of here, and then I can just sneak click to put that here. Put that there. That actually should be enough, and I can put the button on the end of this for now. So let's make this outline. 1, 2, 3, and then I go up and around here. That takes care of those ones. The Seamoth frame in the middle, and then 2 of these electric engines should do it, and then I just need to press the button, right? There we go. It is making the Seamoth. Oh, much excite. Okay, let's open this up, and I have it. I think you can actually place this, yep, in the world if you want here, and get into it. It's not going to do a lot in here. I can't move because there's no water, but like they said, E, and you can, oh, and it comes without a power cell. How rude. In the original mod version, it starts with one, and you can just craft them fully charged, but let's see, I just punch it a little bit and I get it back. Nice. All right. I'm guessing that that's where these other electric engines are going to come in handy, is making the other batteries. And I get a loot reward for it. A mechanical saw, an enchanted book, and an enderium plate. Let's see. I get a regular enchanted book. Is it a mystery? Does it just make things glow? Let me see if I combine this and this. Oh, it doesn't even work like that. Oh no. That looks like that was a little bit of a glitch with the randomization of picking a book. It just gave you an enchanted book. Oopsie. Well, I'll keep that in here for now, and maybe actually, I'll put it over next to the anvil for now, and maybe someday that'll get fixed or something. I don't know. But the mechanical saw, that could be useful for tree farms and such. So I don't have to wait for the wood if it starts running low from my sieves or strainers. And let's see, the enderium plate. No, there's nothing I can use it for on a single use. Oh, whoa, rocket ships. Okay. At the very least, it saved me a little bit of materials for the future, maybe? Oh, and I totally didn't realize that making steel earlier got me a reward of an iron hammer. Oh, this harvests the level 2 iron hammer will mine blocks in a 3x3 area. This will be quite handy for your trips to the Dark Caverns mining dimension. Steel will be a commonly used ingredient. It will be prudent to keep a stack available at all times. Really? I mean, it makes sense, but I'm rather surprised. So how much do I have for iron in here? 63 blocks of iron, and I have at least 2 stacks of steel at the moment, so I'm not too concerned then. And looking at the hammers, there's a lot. Oh wait, there's battle hammers, which those are just for like fighting stuff, but we've got a regular iron hammer, a diamond one, a netherite, emerald, and prismarine. There's no steel one, so there's no quick jumping ahead immediately upon doing so, but I am still glad to have a 3x3 mining option. And in noticing this, I was like, oh yeah, blaze burners, I'm going to need those at some point. And I clicked on here, and I've seen one of these off in the distance from my base, at least I think so. So this is actually really good. It would be an excellent idea to keep an overworld cake in your sack whenever you travel to other dimensions. You can craft them or buy them from the market trader. Some higher-end recipes and alloy mixes require you to heat the components, craft a blaze burner, and then capture a blaze from the nether by right-clicking on it. If you haven't done so already, now would be a good time to visit the Subnautical Quest tab to make scuba gear to find another temple. Hey! Okay, this is all coming together quite nicely. Alright, so it looks like we've got a quest chain that leads to a charging station and a quest chain that leads to making batteries. Well, as we need a battery before we need to charge it, let's work towards that. 1 block of redstone and 2 redstone wire. Oh wow, that's very simple. Seamoth energy cells are crafted partially charged. While this may be convenient to get you home in a pinch, you'll want to make sure to recharge them to full before heading out on long trips. That's actually a nice touch. I do like that. It's still going to encourage you to charge them rather than just craft new ones all the time. That was a pretty simple quest chain, truth be told. I just needed to make 1 of each, and I get some XP, so I'll take it. Power cell. Energy cells hold 2 million RF. The Seamoth uses 200 forge energy per tick. Oh. Which forge energy and RF are the same. I don't know why they use both of them. Probably because of old habits die hard. But the recipe basically here is if you take off a couple zeros, you get 20,000 ticks worth. And there's 20 ticks in a second. Which it seems like you're getting a little over 16 minutes worth of power of it constantly running. So that's kind of cool. Let's put this thing on the crafting list, take off the Seamoth because I've already got one of those. And this isn't too bad. This is actually a really cheap recipe. Smash a couple of these nickel ingots into plates. Then I already have an energy cell. Excellent. Which, if I put down my Seamoth, click on it, press E to open the inventory, I should be able to just put it straight in. Yep. And you can see down in the bottom right there, it says the energy level plus its damaged state, the little wrench icon, and the average temperature. Taking out the power cell, it drops down to 0. Okay, that's cool. Another hub key fragment, and we continue on towards getting a charger, which requires a copper coil block and a 10 coin is the reward. Craft a copper coil block to build a charger. You'll have faster charging options once your technology improves. Okay, 8 copper plates into 8 copper wires. Then I take these and make LV wire coils, put those around an iron ingot, and I get copper coil block. 10 coin, get. Then the charging station is next. Connect power to your charger or place it on top of a capacitor. Right-click the charger with the item that requires charging to begin the process. Oh, we don't have power yet. Oh. And that's an LV wire connector, which isn't bad or anything. It's just I don't have a power source yet. Either way, I'm going to make it, and then we'll move on to making a power source. LV wire connectors are relatively simple. I already have some terracotta and copper ingots, so that's real basic stuff. Then the charging station is just a matter of some mundane materials. Job done. It looks really cool, and I could put the power cell in it, but there's no power going into it right now. So, yeah, a little bit of a failure on my part. But I do get a loot reward, which is a lead pike, a crate of beetroot, oh cool, and a surf and turf. Going back to the create crafting chapter here, I see that there's an LV capacitor down here. So I think that this is the quest chain that we need to go down. Before I do though, I kind of want to go exploring a little bit. Get out of my inventory, fish. At least just a little sample of getting out in the world. I mean, I've got, oh look at that O2 meter, that's so much better. Put this here. I left my battery inside. It's like forgetting your keys on the shelf. But there we go, 25. And, oh, I can move around now. This is... Did they change the sound a little bit? That's pretty cool. And in fact, by the way, for me to maintain my... here, let me actually hop out of the Seamoth for a moment. For me to maintain my diet at a high level, I'm having one that's a very low percentage. You see, it only gives me one food haunch. And then I have enough space that I can eat the other one as well. And I am still maintaining both of them. So this is actually working out pretty good. I'm keeping them both at 100%. I just haven't been drinking many of the brews. And this is just really cool having this thing around. If only I had a way of like seeing better. Because it's so dark. I didn't realize that before. That one hasn't gone off yet, has it? I'm staying away from that. That's bad news bears right there. Alright, and just because I don't want to lose this thing, because it is relatively easy to lose it, I'm constantly going to be taking it with me. And just by punching it, it automatically goes in your inventory, so you don't need to worry about like it starting to float away or anything. So what I might do is take my crewman's cap and put it on while I'm in there, and then when I'm about to jump out, I might like switch that out. So that's definitely something to take into consideration, because I didn't realize how dark it actually is out there until you're actually out there. Oh, there's a new tab at the market as well. Look at all this decorative stuff. I'm on a newer version, by the way. I'm now on, I think, 1.1 Modpack version. And there's so much to choose from. It's all really pretty stuff. Probably has some good textures. And I really love the coral stone stuff. It's great that you can actually just buy it. Oh my gosh, you can get different premium farmland. Oh my gosh, for a 20 coin you can get 2 of those? Wow, that's quite impressive. Which these in and of themselves will definitely speed up growth, especially in like hydrostatic pots or hopper pots or whatever. Oh, and I see the ender pearls have gone down from 6 to 4, but it's still a really good purchase, and I would have purchased it again. It did allow me to kind of set up a really nice way of just getting up and down in my base. I was hoping for like a night vision enchantment that I could like buy and put on my hat or some of my headgear, but I guess that's not a thing. And I do see that there's a book in here for it. I could probably work towards getting enchantments, or I could start making some of the potions. But I would need some netherwort, which I don't have access to just yet, or Anput's fingers spores. That sounds really gross. So I think we're going to call it there. I hope you all enjoyed this video. If so, please be sure to check out some other videos that you might be seeing on the screen up above. And maybe next time we'll do a little explore around some other locations like this one here that isn't very far from the base. In fact, I don't even need the Seamoth to do so. As well as get a little bit of power progression so that we can, well, recharge these batteries instead of just having to make a few more of them. Anyway, don't be afraid to click that notification bell. Click the subscribe button if you want to see more videos from us. And until next time, folks, I'll see ya.